for the 2016-17 school year. In the video today, you're going to be seeing teachers from all the departments sharing some of the courses that you will be taking next year and give you some different options and think about before we get into the scheduling process. But I wanted to give a big overview of what's expected of you as far as credits, college readiness, and so forth. First of all, 24 credits is the minimum amount in order for you to be able to graduate from Taylor County High School. The state requires within those 24 credits certain classes that you have to have. I'm going to start with some of those classes that sometimes we overlook. The state requires that every student have 1 credit in Arts Humanities. We require a half credit in computer apps. You have to have at least a half a credit in PE, a half a credit in health. For each of the different content areas, there are certain requirements. You are required to have 4 years of English. Now you have some choices within that, but you have to have 4 years of English. You have to have it at minimum 3 years of science, and that must include biology and chemistry. In social studies, you have to have a minimum of 3 years, and that includes U.S. history and world civilization. And in math, you have to have 3 years of credit, and you have to take a credit your senior year as well in math. So they are going toward that 4 years of credit in math as well. And with Algebra 1, Geometry, and Algebra 2 required for all students in the state of Kentucky. We also, as you're thinking about your planning, I want you to also remember the foreign languages. Most colleges have the expectations that you come in with 2 years of foreign language, of the same foreign language. And we also are very lucky at Taylor County High School to have great programs in the arts. So if you're interested in art, if you're interested in choral music, if you're interested in instrumental music, those will also be important things that you will want to think about as you schedule. And when you're looking at your courses that you take, so if you decide, okay, I'm going to be taking geometry, we also have different options. Are you going to take honors geometry, or are you going to just take the regular paced geometry? We have advanced placement courses in every subject area, and we also have a lot of dual credit classes. All of these require, the dual credit requires certain test scores and grade point averages. So if you're interested in taking a dual credit class, then please talk with your teachers to see if you qualify for those classes. One of the things that we're going to be asking you to do next week is we're going to ask you to create a 4-year graduation plan. Because we need you to understand that when you're taking these classes, you're not taking them in isolation. 1 year connects to the next year. And there are a lot of things that going in that. So if you're a freshman right now, you got 3 more years of school that we want to make sure that you understand where you're headed. And so everyone next year will be, or this next week will be creating a graduation plan. But between now and then, I want you to be talking to your teachers about the classes that are going to be best suited for you. They've worked with you for almost a year now. They know your strengths. They know the things that you're interested in. And so they will be the best resources for you on what is going to be the best course for you. So next what I'd like for you to do is pay close attention to the courses in our content area classes that we will be offering so that you can see which classes you will be interested in taking next year.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. We're your math teachers. Well, 3 of them anyway. And we're here to let you know the right order in which to take your math classes here at TCHS. So first, everybody should have Algebra 1. And then everyone should take
Geometry.
By the way, that's what the little acorn said when he grew up. And then everyone has
Algebra 2.
Followed by
Pre-calculus.
or college algebra.
College and career readiness.
If you've had pre-calculus, then you can go on to AP Calculus or AP Stats, or both.
Please see your teacher for prerequisites.
Hi, I'm Miss Thomas and I'm in the Science Department. Wanted to tell you a little bit about our classes and some of the things that we're doing. When you come in as a freshman, or if you're accelerated, the first course you're going to have is going to be Science Concepts. That can be honor science concepts, It can be standard science concepts. We have biology, we have honors biology, we have chemistry, we have honors chemistry. Now your sophomore year is when you would have your biology class. Your junior year is when you would have your chemistry class. After you've completed those 3 core courses, you're now able to go on and take electives. We have anatomy and physiology for those of you wanting to go into health sciences. We have AP environmental science, AP biology, AP chemistry, and we also offer physics. Aviation is another program that as a freshman, if you're interested, you can enter into aviation, but only as a freshman. So make sure that you give it a good hard look if you think you might have an interest in aviation at all.
In the state of Kentucky, each student is required to have 3 credits of social studies when they graduate. And we have, for freshmen, social studies survey, or you can take the AP class, which is AP Human Geography. For sophomores, sophomores need to take World Civ, and there's also AP World Civ. Juniors will need to take U.S. History, and there's also an AP U.S. History alternative. We have several electives that we recommend for upperclassmen, and they are government. There's another AP class, which is European History, and we also have psychology and sociology that are good electives paired together, and law and justice and business law, which are electives that are paired together.
Hi, I'm Lindsay McPherson. I'm an English teacher, and I want to tell you guys a little bit about the courses that you have the opportunity to take in the English department. The state of Kentucky says that every student has to have 4 years of English. So the order of courses here at Taylor County, in your freshman year you can take English 1 or English 1 honors. The next year you can take English 2 or English 2 honors. After that you have several choices. You can take English 3, English 3 AP, or English 3 dual credit, and that's called Comp 1 and Comp 2. And then your next year, your last year of English, you can take English 4, English 4 AP, or English 4 dual credit, and that is called Literature and Speech. So if you're trying to decide, should I take dual credit or should I take AP, each of those courses has some prerequisites or some things that you might want to know if you're trying to decide. So the first thing you need to know for dual credit is taken through Campbellsville University, and you must qualify for that with a certain ACT score. So you must have taken the ACT, and you need a composite that's at least 21, and there's some other components to that score, but if you haven't taken the ACT yet, and if you haven't scored at least a 21, then you're probably not eligible for dual credit. It does cost money to take dual credit. It costs $195 per course, but we do have scholarships available that you can apply for if you're interested in taking a dual credit course. If you want to take the other option, which is advanced placement, you don't have to have a certain ACT score. There's no qualifying ACT score. In order to get credit for that, you're awarded it at the end of the course if you pass the AP test. It costs $89 to take the AP test, and if you score a 3, 4, or a 5 on that test, then the majority of colleges will award you credit for that course. The better you do on the test, usually the more credit you get for that course. And an advantage to taking the AP classes is that your GPA does get weighted, so you get a little more points in your GPA if you take an AP course.